Welcome to Stacking Triggers, a wonderful TCG podcast. My name is Bill. I'm here with a bunch of stuff with my best friend, Dan. Dan, how are you this week?
Living the dream.
You're living the dream. You're doing the thing, the TCG thing. This week, though, we've got a little bit of a lull in most Magic news today. It's right before a new set release, so a bunch of stuff dies down. Nobody wants to build anything important. So this week, though, we're going to talk about our Fortnite in Magic. We have a little One Piece drama. We're going to discuss our Pioneer picks, and then MTGO gets a new format. So with that, let's go to the Fortnite in Magic. This fortnight for me has been fairly dry.
Same. I didn't go last Wednesday, so I didn't play.
I went last week, and we were short by one person.
Lame. Could have just had you play over webcam. It'd been fine.
Could have, but
that's actually not the worst idea I've ever come up with.
Yeah, but it was also so where I'm at. We've been getting a lot of rains and a lot of flooding, and so it was another night where things were flooding. So people didn't want to come out because of that. And I got home just in time to catch my basement starting to flood again. So
nice.
Yeah. Maybe Magic was telling me, go take care of your house for a minute.
Yeah, definitely. Considering that you should probably just sue whoever sold you that house.
I don't know. We are looking into things. We are investigating.
Yeah.
I did go to pre-release though. Pre-release just happened. You and I are also recording like super early, so we don't have the actual like full fortnight.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to Florida for my sister-in-law's second wedding.
Got to qualify that. Got to say how many weddings it's been.
This is number 2.
Can we get to 5?
That would be rough. So they decided to do a destination wedding in Clearwater, Florida, but it's more of like a destination elopement. But because it's just me and my wife and our kids, and then my sister-in-law, her husband to be, and their kid. So it's like it's not a full wedding, and the venue they got said if it's more than just you and the groom, we're going to charge you more. So we're going to have to watch from like a football field away. So
we're going to watch. Oh, we don't know them. We're just standing here because it's a beautiful moment.
Yeah, and we get to hold the kid too for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's going to be on the beach, so nobody's kids are going to want to pay attention.
Correct.
Or listen or do anything.
That's kids.
And we're going to be in nice clothes, and they're going to be like, I'm going to try and get in this salt water. So it's going to be a fun time, though. It's going to be a fun time. I'm taking a whole week off, so.
A whole week, my God.
Yeah, I decided to take a whole... hey, it says unlimited PTO, right? I'm going to take as much as I want.
I mean, yes, but also, no.
I mean, it says unlimited. That's false advertising.
It is false advertising. It doesn't mean like, hey, I'm going to take off half the year, and they'll be like, sure. It means like, hey, you can try to take off half the year. We'll probably give you like 2 of those weeks.
Yeah. I don't know. They better not give me too much crap because of all the time I put in. But anyways, yeah, I went to pre-release though on Saturday because my store doesn't do pre-release on Friday because they gotta let Commander do Commander things. Yeah, so they did it. It was fun. It was probably actually the most fun I've had a pre-release in a while.
Interesting.
Just, I went 4 colors because I got Vault or Loot, the key to everything, which was really fun to get on the field once and draw an extra card with him. I still think it's going to be a good teamer prowess, or no, Temur Exile card.
I doubt it, but okay, go off.
You
King.
doubt it. You doubt it. I think when MH3 hits and Lelia's there, it's gonna be fine.
No.
It's gonna be fine.
No, it's already competing for that 3 mana spot with Lelia, and Lelia is just better because it triggers its own abilities just by doing the thing that you want to do with Lelia. It's just like, all right, I'm going to trigger my own ability. I'm going to get a +1/+1 counter. I'm going to exile a card from the top of my library. You know,
but you could win more though.
No, just win. Don't win more. Just do enough to win.
But yeah, yeah. What was it? It was like Bant with a splash of red is what I did. It was fun. A lot of I think I was the only control / card draw deck in the joint. Sucked because I just got overrun by dumb little vampires.
Yeah.
Or what? Yeah, it's stupid. Vampires are dumb. But I still had a lot of fun.
Foreshadowing Pioneer. Vampires are dumb.
Yeah, I have thoughts. But yeah, that's kind of been my fortnight in Magic. Oh, I did also play not challenge. What's the other one that MTGO
Preliminary?
does? The prelim, yeah, a Pioneer prelim. Did terrible.
I figured you would.
Yeah, I won once, and it was against Phoenix.
In theory, going to be the most popular deck in paper. So
yeah, that's my thought too. Because people who played it last season already have the deck, and it's still like a top deck. So
a top deck. It's like the second most played deck in the format online.
Yeah, most played. But like, what's the win rate of it compared to everything else? It is the most for the last 60 days. It's beaten out vampires by just a smidge.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to be prepared to fight those two decks in particular because they take up about 40% of the meta together.
Yeah.
And yeah, so if your sideboard plan doesn't have something for those decks, you have lost. You just shouldn't have even shown up.
I definitely have plans for most of them.
Well, good.
Yeah. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. Dan, though, is there anything else you want to talk about your fortnight in Magic?
No, I didn't play. I brewed a new Murktide list. It's back to Gold Moon, baby. I saw people playing like Dress Down and shit for like the Leyline Scion stuff, and I'm just like, huh. What if we just played Blood Moon instead?
Because like state-based actions say you win.
Because like I said the last time, when I played Blood Moon in the 4 games that I played, or like when I played Blood Moon in the 4 games that I played it in, I won all 4 games. So like,
yeah.
Is correlation or causation? Which one is it? Let's find out by just slamming 2 in the main board.
Yeah, I'm wondering though, like it's gonna suck on the ones where they just have it in their starting hand.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but like outside of that though, it'll be fine.
I've seen a lot of people put in like subtlety force of negation main board. Like force of negations over spell pierces, and I'm just kind of like, you sure about this? Like I get the reasoning is like, oh, you don't like, you just want like the reason why spell pierce was best was because it was best against the Cascade decks. With those falling out of favor a bit, you don't need the 1 mana counterspell anymore as much. And it's like, yeah, sure, but also like, it's spell pierce.
You're right. Yeah, like if a deck is going to slam a 1 ring or something, it's still good because they're going to slam it turn 4.
Mana 1 ring, you're like, cool, spell pierce. Like or you go, okay, pitch a card, exile it, and counter and exile it, and then also you're down a card because you went for 1 for 2 to counter 1 thing, and it's like, are we sure about this? Like, I get it. I think both work together, but it's just like you only have so many slots, and I'm using my slots for Blood Moon.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get the Blood Moon, 19 lands, get the Blood Moon, win.
And so you're not running any green at
No
that
green.
point. Yeah. Which makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't want a third color with that.
Yeah, if I was going to play green, I'd probably still play like one Blood Moon side, one Magus side, but that'd be it. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I'd just have like a super lean main deck that was just like only 1 and 2 costs, and obviously Murktide, which is in theory
Yeah.
a 2 cost, but yeah,
Yeah.
with 19 lands and all of them being in Izzet colors, yeah, I'm fucking playing the Blood Moons.
Hell yeah. Blood Moon's best moon.
Blood Moon is the best moon. And there's Alpine Moon, which is fine. It's best
okay.
if
It's okay moon.
it's okay for whenever you have an Urza Saga deck and you need to shut off opposing Urza Sagas. It's it. It's all it's used for. I tried playing it in Murktide once and didn't go. I didn't like it very much. I was like, this doesn't automatically just win me the game. Although actually, when I did cast the one time, I think I've talked about this, but it was in an RCQ. I was against Tron round 1, and he plays an Urza Saga, and I have a Ragavan already on the battlefield. I'm like, okay, cool. Urza's Alpine Moon naming Urza Saga, and he's like, okay, what happens? And I'm like, your Urza Saga dies, and he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, you can call a judge if you want. So he calls the judge, and he's like, the judge is like, yeah, so it loses all of its types, so it's just an enchantment saga mountain. But it has no chapter abilities, and with a saga having no chapter abilities, therefore it just dies. And my opponent's like, okay, draws their next card and goes, all right, well, I had like 2 more Urza Sagas in hand, so the game's just over. And I'm like, great.
Yeah. That's fun. I can't wait for Modern to be the thing again.
I think Modern's better than Pioneer. I know a lot of people are going to be playing Amalia combo. I know the Quintorius combo, I think that's just... No, that's like 4 color too.
It's 4 color and it's obnoxious.
But like
it's so obnoxious to go against. I played that against that in the prelim, and it like that was my first time playing against it with this deck. And I was just so sad.
Yeah. I have counter spells in my deck, so I should feel a little bit better in theory.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can get to it right now. But like when it comes to any format that doesn't have like fetch lands, I think playing more than 2 colors is wrong generally.
Yeah.
So that is why, like with Pioneer, I tend to stick to monocolor. Like I qualified for the 1 RC off of mono white humans.
Yeah.
I have Boros Convoke kind of sleeved up. I have Izzet Phoenix sleeved up for the most part. I just need to move my Spire Bluff Canals and Steam Vents and Brazen Borrowers over from Murktide into Phoenix.
Yeah.
Which is slightly a slight pain in the ass because these are my sleeves for Phoenix.
Buddy.
And
mistakes.
These ones here are my sleeves for Murktide.
Mistakes. I have these yellow sleeves for everything. Everything. All the same. I can just swap. I can just literally grab the card from one deck box to another, and I am set.
I do that with my black decks in One Piece, but that's about it. And what I really need are more outer sleeves. Because
I was gonna say, are we just getting into our Pioneer picks this?
Yeah, that's why I said let's get into it.
Yeah,
but like my sleeves are I have these triple sleeved. because they're art sleeves. They're Dragon Shield Year of the Dragon art sleeves. They're dual matte art sleeves. Dual matte, Bill. Dual matte.
Okay.
They're so good. I love them. So, but I wanted to preserve them, so they're just triple sleeved. I have an inner sleeve. I have the art sleeve, and then I have
the
an outer sleeve. So, yeah. But yeah, that's my Murktide. So I have to like figure out a way to like move around the Murktide lands into the Phoenix lands.
Sounds like you just need to get another set of those.
They are out of print. As far as I'm aware.
Good knows.
I bought 3 boxes though, so like,
wow.
Yeah,
so
I like
you're
that
set
much.
for
I bought
bit.
one box. It's like $20 for a box, and I'm like, Jesus. And then I play with them, and I'm like, Jesus, I love these sleeves. These sleeves are so good.
I'll just stick with my katanas.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, for Pioneer this season, I am starting on Is It Phoenix? It's an Is It deck. Dan plays Is It decks. If it goes poorly, I'll switch to something else. It will probably be mono red with slick shot show off. It might be mono red wizards.
You might just want to go. Okay, so I was watching somebody today, and like just a mono red aggro deck in general with that and Swift Spear is just really, really good with the Monstrous Outrage.
Well, yes,
it's just fantastic.
Yeah, but I need the show offs, and I don't have the show offs.
Not yet.
But yeah, like in theory, I'll be doing that, and then it'll be like 4 Rending Volley, 4 Rampaging Ferocidon, 4 Kari Zev's Expertise, 4 Roast, I think. What are you looking at?
Roast is good.
Roast is good.
No, thinking. I need to read the Hot Shot.
Slick Shot?
Or Slick Shot, sorry.
Haste Prowess. Flying.
Haste Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was something like, if it had to do something with plot or not.
No. Okay. But it does have something to do with Wizard's Lightning.
Because it is a wizard, yeah.
Because it's a wizard. So you play that, you play oh fuck, what's his name? Soulscar Mage, and then there's other stuff. I saw it. It's just mono red prowess essentially, and it seems sweet.
Yeah.
Because like again, generally I play one color, so we'll see how Phoenix goes. Like Phoenix, I think just can cycle through its deck fast enough to where it's like doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was thinking of if it was Wirch or if it was set up the way I thought it was. I thought March of Reckless Joy would be a good one in there, but it doesn't care if you play it from exile or
not.
No. Yeah. But basically, March of Reckless Joy is one X and red instant. Exile the top X cards of your library. You may play up to 2 of those cards until. Well, I guess it's only 2. Never mind.
Yeah, I think it's very good.
They didn't break it. Yeah, it's all right. Anyways, yeah. So you're starting off. Is It Phoenix?
Yeah.
Going to transition then into mono red if it goes poorly.
Which it might. I am out of practice on Is It Phoenix. There's nobody holding like Pioneer FNMs nearby, which sucks.
Weird.
Like,
yeah,
there's a store doing standard showdown still, and it's like that's cool, but like Pioneer season, like what do we do? Like, I understood it during standard season. Why aren't we doing shit like this for Pioneer?
Yeah. When does the Pioneer season start? It started already, didn't it?
Saturday is the first RCQ in my area.
I don't get to do anything. Let's see, Pioneer.
In my area, it's the first RCQ. So I'm going to travel 55 minutes to go O2.
Ayo, 55 to go O2. Damn, son. Ours is... Let's see. Not... What? Oh, this is stupid. Apex Con got their own destination stuff.
Of course they do.
That's what's
It's
what's
Apex.
throwing me
They're
off.
WPN
Yeah,
premium.
that's fine. I was just seeing like modern and standard, and I was really confused. Oh, mine was yesterday. My first one.
That's hilarious.
Wow. There's like, I have a total of 20 some odd ones here. Not many registered right now, which is weird because each store I think can register up to 3.
Yeah, there's a couple stores that have not registered theirs at all. Like, there's one WPN premium store that has not registered any, and normally they're good for 2.
Yeah, and then
A
I think you
cycle.
and I are doing one next month together.
Yep, it's on a Friday.
It is on a Friday at noon.
So we're hoping that we just go and it's just us.
It won't be just us.
It won't be just us, but like that'd be hilarious if it was just us.
Yeah, because like you're playing, is it Phoenix? I'm assuming you're still going to be playing. Is it Phoenix at that point? Unless something just goes horribly wrong.
Yeah, if I go like 0-2 3 times in a row, then probably I'm off the deck.
Yeah, I'm running mono black discard, mono black control. I don't know.
Mono black control discard.
Waste not.
Because you have Liliana's, right?
Yeah, there's 3
it's mono black
Lilianas.
control.
Yeah, 3 Lilianas, 4 Go Blanks, 3 Shieldreds, 4 Go Blanks. Not, I don't know. Bank Busters, Dusts, Durests, Snots. The good stuff. The good stuff.
Yeah, you're playing cards.
I'm playing cards, and I think I'm playing the Black Virtue. Also,
Yeah, you probably should.
That's not on the list, but recursion is something I've seen that I'm missing.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm going to do that. I've been practicing with it. On Arena, I do good. Against Amelia combo, I do terrible though.
Yeah, because that card, that deck's just like, oh, return to the ranks, and you're just like, cool, scoop, game 2.
Yeah, which makes me want to put Leyline of the Void in the sideboard.
Oh, why don't you have that in there immediately?
Because I have enough hate that I can outpace Phoenix and just get to my go to the blanks exile their Phoenixes.
It comes down to how much Amalia combo do you think is going to be in the format?
Yeah,
because like Go Blank's
it's gonna
sorcery speed, right?
Yes, Go Blank is sorcery.
That sucks. I wish it was
It
instant
does
speed.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's that, and then it's like I also have Cling to Dust in the main also, which just lets me exile any card, which if I have it, that's good, but it's a one of.
So because that is escape, and you're in theory dumping a shit ton of cards into the trash anyway.
Oh,
trash?
I am.
Graveyard. Trash is One Piece.
That's all good. I refer to it as trash at times now as well. Because you've
I refer to my deck as a library when I'm playing One Piece.
I refer to my deck as trash when I'm playing everything. But yeah, I picked it because I saw it was doing pseudo well just before the season started, and it has a lot of hate in it and delay tactics against Amelia combo, against Phoenix, and it's even got some answers to vampires, right? So in the sideboard, I'm running 2 Necromentia, which is a 3-mana sorcery. Pick a card name, search the opponent's everything for that. If it happens to be in their hand, they get a 2/2 zombie token.
I generally like that better for combo decks, where you're just like silver bulleting, like it's your silver bullet for their combo. Like I see it often whenever somebody's playing against like Titan or Tron or Rhinos, that kind of thing. I see it more in Modern than I think I do in Pioneer, but also I don't follow enough Pioneer to say definitively if that card sucks or not.
Yeah, it's a good answer because if you're on the play, like if you can cheese out game 1 and you're on the play, it kills their turn 3 because they can't get Soren out to get the big guy out. And then you could later find the other one to get rid of the Vein Ripper so they can't just ever get it out. And then they're stuck with stuff that you can kill with Fatal Push easily.
I don't know.
Yeah. I know you don't like it, but
I'm not a fan of it.
It's an answer. I don't know what other answer I would have for that. In mono black. Right, yeah, but typically they had the Mutavaults out too.
Children's Edict named Planeswalker.
Oh, that. Yeah. Yes. Yes, that can happen. Like I can answer one Soren. But what about
all you
second
really
Soren?
need? Like that deck doesn't like it has Preacher of the Schism and like Dusk Legion Zealot, and it's like that. And then what else does it draw? Nothing.
It's got the
Fable,
dumb one,
but like
No, the other one, the Rakdos one, Blood Tithe Harvester.
But like what I'm saying is like in terms of card draw, like generally that deck is seeing like maybe the top 20 cards of its library, and that's it.
I see. Well, somehow they always just have a backup one for me.
So everybody always has it.
You just
need to play around them always having it.
I need to just play better.
Yeah.
And learn from my mistakes. And it's not luck. It's me having a bad deck, as Mengu says. Or making a mistake.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's Phoenix until I decide I hate it, and then it might even be like a Pioneer version of Red Green Prowess with like Questing Druid. Might do that.
Boats is still strong.
I would never play Boats. Not in a million fucking years I ever play Boats.
You'd never play Boats?
Seems like the worst fucking play style I've ever played. Like
still strong.
I would hate it.
It is still strong.
To cast spells, I want to interact. And you know what I don't get to do with Boats very much? Interact. So I like playing red. So I like playing blue. So I like playing black. I interact.
Yeah, that's I picked mono black too because it's a color I don't play typically. And it's like I just started getting into it at Vegas, like with the Sultai deck, the Sultai Shadow.
Speaking of which, I was also thinking up Dimir Shadow, because if Dress Down's starting to be a decent blue card to run in the main board, boy, can you cheese out some quick wins with some Death Shadows.
Heck yeah, you can.
Oh, you're not going to block my 1/1 Death Shadow? Okay, well, it's a 13/13 now.
Hopefully you've taken 6 damage in your shocks and fetches.
Yeah, they definitely have.
Yeah.
Plus your Bowmasters, plus your Stalactite Stalkers, if you're playing that.
Yeah, I think Shadow's underrated. I just play a stupid version because I wanted to.
I kind of want Scam Shadow to be a thing.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And I know people have like cooked it up, but I've also been cooking. The problem, of course, is like you start running out of ideas. Like you don't have as good like Rakdos Shadow or Rakdos Scam has a better turn 1 spread because you're either scamming, Ragavanning, or thought seizing, like in best case, and like those are all in the order in which case like you would tier them. Like I would rather scam, then have Ragavan, then have turn 1 thought seize, and then none of those. And in Dimir Shadow Scam, it would be like turn 1 like scam, preordain, thought seize, and it's like the like scam the like distance between like scam and Ragavan in terms of how much I want it is much closer than how much I'd want to go scam preordain.
Would you take out the Bowmasters for the Griefs?
No.
I think you would.
No, I would
No,
take
you
out
don't think
Stalkers
so?
for Griefs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
Because that, like, generally you would want your Stalkers on turn 1, so you just replace it with a higher impact turn 1 play.
Right. That makes sense.
And then you have to remove like 6 other spells for your Undying effects.
Yeah, that would be Drown in the Locks, which
Yeah, I would just
I
say
don't think is a great card anyway.
yeah, you probably get rid of that, the Stubby D's, and maybe the Murktides in that case.
Yeah. I'm trying to also look up the promos for this RCQ season.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good call. I
don't even know what they are. Yeah.
I think it's Springleaf Drum is the participation prize.
I have no idea.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, there's the Express.
Penguins won tonight.
Did they? Did they win? Didn't they just lose to the Bruins yesterday?
They did, but they're still in the playoff hunt. They still have a chance.
Okay.
They have, I think, one more game, and it's against the Islanders.
Nice.
Which, right? It's against the Islanders, which I'm very excited about. I want them to win. Oh, no. Yeah, it's against the Islanders, and that's their last game of the season. And, oh, come on, Montreal. Please, Montreal, win this fucking game. Oh, they're OT. I hate you, Montreal. I hate you so fucking much. The Islanders beat New Jersey. Yeah, great. That's exactly what we wanted. Oh, fucking Washington beat... Oh, God. It's going to come down to the last game of the season.
Damn it. They do this. They do this consistently.
I'm pretty sure the Flyers are just going to be eliminated.
Okay, here we go. I found it. Oh, we do know what these are. Okay. So it's Springleaf Drum for the participation.
Yeah.
Which, it's a really cool looking Springleaf Drum. I will open the link in a new tab and send it to you. And then it's Goblin Guide. And then a seasoned Pyromancer.
Ooh. Seasoned Pyromancer's interesting.
Yeah,
Seasoned Pyromancer's going to go for. Because, like,
I don't know.
Eldritch Evolution. Look up Eldritch Evolution.
Give me 1 second. I'm sending you the.
I don't need to see them. I'm good. Okay. Just look up Eldritch Evolution while you're web searching.
Eldritch Evolution, and I need the secret player showdown. 605.
How much is $30 going for?
$30.
Yeah. So, like, that card sees some minute amount of play in Yawgmoth. Minute.
Yeah.
And I was able to get rid of my foil one pretty easily. But, yeah. So, what that tells me is that, like, Pyromancer is probably going to be in that range unless something crazy happens that makes Pyromancer good again.
Yeah.
Because the reason why Pyromancer isn't played is because of Bowmaster.
Go figure.
That's fine.
Yeah. I like the Goblin Guide. It looks fun. It's just a little like it's all cartoony. It's all cartoon stuff.
Oh, it's like Lemmings. Okay.
Yeah, I like the aesthetic on actually all this card, all these cards.
Okay, I actually hate that Seasoned Pyromancer, so it's fine.
You do? You don't like the crazy Rick and Morty guy?
I don't like the way he looks. I'd rather just have the ones I already have.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. This Ringleaf Drum looks really good. I like it.
It looks fine. I don't know. I don't like that art style. Who did this?
That's fine. That's you. Oh.
John F. Malta.
Yeah.
Luke Pearson.
John.
And Jack Teagle. All right. Well, I don't like any of your art styles, so sorry.
Yeah. Oh, they did it. They did the thing. I don't know. I just want the Goblin Guides because I can. I need to see how much the expressive iterations are going for, though.
A lot.
Are they a lot right now?
God fucking damn it.
You all right? $12. Ugh.
That's fine. I'm just gonna get the retro bordered ones anyway.
Yeah, because it's like I have one of the because I technically top aided.
That's true.
At my last one, so I did get one. It's just it's whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
That's it in terms of I think what we're playing this format.
Yeah.
It could change depending on other things that release. Although I think Outlaws of Thunder Junction is the last release of the format. Like the last release that will
Yeah.
impact the Pioneer format through the entire RCQ season, which actually I think is perfect. Perfect timing on this.
Yeah. Yep.
Big bang.
I think you're right. It will the next set will, I think, impact the actual play, like the RC, the qualifier.
Yes.
But that's whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then after that, though, it goes to modern.
Sure does. Can't wait.
Can't wait. It'll be great. Everybody will scam again.
We'll see. It's gonna be post MH3.
Oh, that's right. Everything's gonna break.
So everything's gonna be everything's gonna change, which is fine. I'm fine with things changing. I'm kind of holding off on buying any modern cards right now because who knows what's going to be good and bad. So I refuse to buy Leyline of the Guild packs right now.
Yeah.
I found Scions for cheap. I found Scions for like $6, and I'm like, absolutely.
Ooh. That's a really good buy.
Yep.
Where'd you get those?
That was at a card collector convention thing that I
show.
go to like on a like. There was a point in time where it was like one every weekend, so I just kept going.
Nice.
I found those for like $6, and I found a couple other things. I spent like $50 at this one place, and I'm like, hell yeah. Oh, you also have 2 retro border preordains for $4, which is their correct price, and not the $1 that I bought the one for. Well, that sucks a little bit, but they're here, so I just want them. And you guys seem like cool people because you weren't like you didn't immediately the set. What I hate when I go to those things is like when you show up and you just like start looking at their things. It's like,
Yeah.
let me know if I can help you with anything. How you doing, man? And I'm like, I just want to stare. Let me just stare at your fucking cards. Can I do that? And you know what they didn't do? That.
They didn't leave you alone.
They didn't they were just like, we're gonna leave you alone. For about like 2-3 minutes, they left me alone. And then like I started pulling stuff out and they're like, yeah, whatever you need, just like note the price or like tell me what the price is. And I'm like, you got it. You guys are I want to support you because you're leaving me the fuck alone.
Yeah, buddy. Why can't they just leave you alone, Dan?
Like I get there's probably like something from like managers that's like, hey, make sure you welcome the customer, make them feel welcome. And it's like, I don't need to feel welcome. I just want to buy my shit and leave. Okay, we do that.
Buy my shit.
Well, that's it. That's all I want to
do. I gotcha. Yeah. Let's move on, Dan. Let's go into the secondary card game of the show. One Piece. You said there's some One Piece drama. I'm just starting to play a little bit of One Piece, so I'm interested to hear about this drama.
All right, so there's 2 pieces of drama. I'm gonna go over the one that's actually pertinent to people playing, and not so much like about like the competitive pro scene with like players. So over the weekend, there was a particular matchup where a player was swinging for game. They had 16,000 power on a character. They swing at leader, which means that their opponent needs 12,000 counter.
That's a lot.
Opponent has how much in hand? How many cards in hand? Was it 6? I think it was 6 cards in hand.
Doable.
So yeah, that's beyond doable. And they simply so normally when you counter out, what you do is you take each card and you're like 2K, 4K, 6K, 7K, 8K, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
This guy with 6 cards in hand went counter and didn't show any of the counter. Now, mind you, this is an online webcam tournament, which means you're playing, it's basically like playing through Spell Table. So, like, imagine if you played a Magic the Gathering game over Spell Table.
And somebody just threw cards on and said, it didn't work. Sorry.
It didn't work. And so the person was recording it because that's what you're supposed to do in these situations. You're supposed to record all these games because you're going to get people like this. And they counted, and the person only had 11K in counter. They got really fucking close. It was really, they had like 4 2Ks in hand, and I'm like,
They were
so close. So like and so afterwards, like the opponent's still like the Yamato player is still like, I don't think that's enough. Can you show me all the counter you just? And he just like starts like, he does this where he just is like, okay, and there's all the counter, okay, and then leaves the room and then reports results and he won the game. So that person got found. The person who was recording the match sent the match footage to the judges.
Yeah.
The judges then made the ruling that the person, I don't know if they lost that round. I think it was a little bit too far past that point, but they were DQ'd.
Okay, good.
Which is correct. And the big consternation around this is that, and this is going to be a theme, there's like a very vocal Italian pro player who's like, we need to get rid of online webcam events. We need to get rid of these. There's too much cheating on these. People can just cheat in the online webcam events. And it's like, yeah. So people can cheat in fucking paper too. I'll talk about I'll talk about a potential cheater in paper here in a minute.
Yeah.
So it's just like, no, we don't want to get rid of the webcam events because all the regional events take place in California, Florida, Texas, and I think Virginia. I think Virginia's the closest one to me. Florida one's like 8 hours away. Texas is like
a million.
A flight. California is a big flight. So like, I don't get to play in too many like larger scale paper events. So like, webcam tournaments are the best way for anybody to kind of get into this. And the consternation around it is like, well, what's actually happening here? Like, are people getting reported? Like, how are we handling all this little bullshit stuff that people try to pull? Are people getting banned? Should they be permanently banned? And I think the people who are like, hey, they should be permanently banned are wrong. I think, you know, it's simply like, you're caught cheating, you're DQ'd from that tournament. And then you have a warning. And then if you go to the next one and you fucking cheat again, we can start talking about like potential permanent ban. Yeah, we could, or like we could talk about like temporary, like 6 month no events, like you know, 1 year no events, whatever. And have like your sliding scale and be like, you have to be off the cheater list for like 2 years to have like your whole thing reset or whatever. You know, kind of like driver's license points.
That's crazy. That like the way One Piece is too. It's like the way Bandai supporting it. It doesn't make sense to get rid of the online play yet.
No. There's no official game client.
Right.
Like in theory, what I would love is for like a Magic the Gathering Online or Magic the Gathering Arena kind of system where it's like, hey, we're gonna have like an online regional this weekend, and people can play in it. Or like it's like the arena system where it's very much like, oh, okay, play 7 rounds, you get 2 losses. If you win all 7 or like if you 7 wins or 2 losses, and then after that you're done, or whatever it is, whatever it is with arena,
Right.
and then your day is done. But if you get to 7 wins, you get to qualify towards day 2, where we have all the people who won 7 games get there.
Right.
But you like hard gate it so you only get 1 entry per. Like you can't do what people do on arena and like, oh, lost my 2 games. I guess I'll restart this thing. No. You get like the hard gate 1, and that's it. I
Yeah.
think that would be a good solution, but there needs to be an official client, and it doesn't seem like we're anywhere near an official client.
No, it took them forever to get the Dragon Ball one. It took them a long, long time. Like it just came out this past year, and Dragon Ball's been going forever.
I think this is a new Dragon Ball game.
I don't know either. Yeah, it could be. I think you're right.
And the reason why Bandai supports that over One Piece is because they license One Piece. They fully own Dragon Ball. So
this makes a lot more sense than why they would do that.
So One Piece might never get an official client, which would suck a lot.
That would be so sad.
Because I think it's more popular than Dragon Ball.
It is. Yeah, Dragon Ball's leader system is different.
Yeah. But
yeah.
So that was the one instance of cheating. And then, the people being online mouthing off, like, get rid of these online events. There's nothing but cheaters. And then...
That feels like gatekeeping.
And then, so we had a paper regional, an in-person paper regional in Arlington, Texas this weekend. And they did a day 2. They did 10 rounds of Swiss, and then day 2. Top 32 go to day 2. And I'm like, top 32, that's fucking lit. I love that. Top 32 has 5 more rounds. I'm like, this is so good. But top 32, best of 3. Like, this is, bar none, the best tournament that One Piece has had. Like, in terms of structure. Okay.
Yeah.
So, top 32 goes in a top... Is this top 32 or top 16? There's a leader called Reiju. And what it says is whenever a Dawn is returned from your field to the Dawn deck, for the first time that turn, you draw a card.
Yeah.
So they played this particular sequence where, and then there's a bunch of cards here, but like, there's a card that says, hey, whenever this card is played and you have 5 or fewer cards in your hand, draw 2 cards. So they want to be able to maximize the number of cards in their hand. They have 7 cards in hand. So they play 1 character, and then they activate its ability to minus a Dawn to bring out a bigger character and return a card to hand. That leaves them with 6 cards in hand.
Right.
Now, reminder, the leader Reiju's ability is mandatory. So at that point, they should have drawn the card.
Oh, but they didn't.
They don't. And then they go, okay, I'm going to play a little card. Then that's going to play a big card that will allow me to draw 2 because I have 5 cards in my hand. And also I'll draw an additional card because of my leader's effect. So they missequenced it. And people were like, oh, they missequenced it. Like, people should have caught this, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And somebody made one of the One Piece YouTubers made a video about it, and citing that specific example, being like, well, what do we do about mistakes like this? And there were 3 comments, 3 in his comment section saying, hey, no, he did this exact same thing to me. He did like this exact sequence he did to me.
This was not a mistake.
Like round 8 or 9. So it's like, well, clearly this person's cheating, or just either they're cheating or they don't understand how this works. And so that's where like the magic system comes in, where we have like game rules violations.
Right.
And if you do it's 1 game rules violation, you get like I think it's like a warning, or depending, it's like depends on the severity of how much it impacts, which like seeing 2 additional cards, pretty fucking impactful. So that might just be a straight up game loss there. But we have the sliding scale, which is like warning, game loss, match loss, / and then like DQ.
Right.
And
Yeah.
So like after the second time, I feel like that's just like an automatic DQ for that guy. Because
Yeah,
like
I could see that.
he's seen 2 additional cards. And 2
Yeah.
additional cards in One Piece are impactful as fuck.
Yeah, because like you don't have cards in Magic that are just like lands, right?
Yeah.
Like it's that each card has a specific role and will probably be an impact in the game.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
So to me, man, One Piece needs to clean it up, but we gotta stop pretending that online webcam events are the only time that people cheat. Because people cheat
Yeah.
fucking anytime anytime a dishonest person feels like they can get an edge, they do it. For a
Yeah.
while,
Exactly.
we thought there was somebody at locals who was cheating.
Yep.
I think I told this story. They
You
had
did.
like 4 cards in hand at the beginning of their turn, and they somehow, through a draw step, through a search, and through another draw, they were able to get up to like 9 cards in hand. And it's like, but how? That makes no. And they played 2 cards, and they had 9
The
cards in
math.
hand. So it's like,
The,
how do you have this many cards? Doesn't
the
make any
math don't
sense.
math. Yeah.
That doesn't math. So like for weeks, we would all just like watch this person like a hawk to see if they were fucking cheating.
Yeah.
And we basically came to the conclusion like, okay, maybe they just didn't realize what they were doing, because like after they realized like, oh, I drew too many cards, they legitimately said one time, oh, I drew too many off of this.
Yeah.
After that,
They cleaned it
never
up.
again, because they played at our half case tournament,
Huh.
and like the judge watched them like a hawk. After I dropped, I watched them like a hawk, and at no point were they fucking cheating. So like,
Huh.
so what happens?
Yeah.
So like, but just pretend this person was intentionally dishonest at locals.
Right.
People cheat at locals too. So like,
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
just say that webcam events are the only place people cheat, and then pretend like, oh, they need to go away because this is like the only way people can easily cheat. No, people cheat all the fucking
Yeah.
time. People cheat in Magic. We went over
Easy.
like 3 there was like 2 episodes in like 6 weeks where we're like, hey, remember this cheat where somebody tried to put a
Remember
glyph on
this
top of their
cheat?
library?
Yeah. Oh God.
So like, don't generalize everything to just be on webcam events. You only know about it with webcam events because people were fucking recording it. If people weren't recording it,
Right.
you would never know about this shit. Never. So don't pretend like it only exists there. That's my problem. Sorry. That's my whole soapbox thing. Keep the online events because you need the online events. You just need them.
Yep. I agree.
Don't vilify them. Oh, and then the other drama is that there's another leader. Bill's got something. Oh, Mountain Dew Zero Baja Blast?
Yeah, I don't know why my wife gave me caffeine this late at night.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
I like that idea.
But there's a leader in North America that's doing pretty well that doesn't do very well in other regions. Its name is Scarlet Katakuri. And people who play against it and get salty, me, call it a slot machine deck or a casino deck because it has a lot of triggers out of life that affect board state that often just win them the game because they got lucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's doing well here in North America. It's not doing well in Europe. And so like a couple mouthy Italian players were like, I don't understand why this is a good deck. Like how is this winning in North America? And so somebody is a relatively popular One Piece YouTuber got into it with like a top Italian pro. Like, I mean, like probably one of the like, top 3 or 4 best players in Italy.
Yeah.
And the Italian guy just for some reason latched on to the word bot. Like,
oh my goodness.
like he said, like, I forget what the exact context was, but like we had like it was something like you have Sakazuki bots who just play like the deck and don't really understand it. And he took that fucking personally because he plays Sakazuki, and it's like it's not what he was fucking saying, but okay.
That's funny.
So they played. The YouTuber is a good player. Reminder of this: he's a good player. He's just not
Right.
top 3 Italian player level.
Top 3 Italian.
So he loses 3-1 in a best of 5, and then another mouthy Italian comes out and says, "Do you understand why this deck no longer performs why this deck doesn't perform in EU?" And like everyone's just like, "No, we don't," because like you're telling me that you have to, in order to win this matchup handily, have the skills of a top 3 Italian player, and you have to be on this exact deck, which is falling out of favor here because of 2 reasons. 1, it's really fucking hard, and 2, it's getting banned in a month and a half, or no, 2 months at this point. It's getting banned in 2 months, so why invest time learning it if it's just going to get banned?
Yeah.
So like, it's just like weird drama shit where people just it's kind of a similar problem that I have with Mengu, where it's like, oh, the winner's table meta says that 4-color Omnath fucking sucks. But like the people on like our level are like, hey, playing against this deck that only goes to time is fucking miserable.
Yeah.
And sorry, to tangent off of that, Corey Bowmeister did a backpack stream in SCG. He had somebody in his backup area who was on 4-color Omnath. And do you know what their record was at the end of 6 rounds?
3-3.
2-2-2.
Oh my
god. They drew twice. That's why you don't see 4-color Omnath at fucking top tables, because it draws. And it's obnoxious. Jeez. That's why we hate it. That's why Beans had to go. Sorry, I keep harping back on Beans, but like this is why the deck had to the card had to fucking go. But like it's the same situation. Just because you at the top of the meta, like a really excellent player, can do something doesn't mean an average player is able to do the same fucking things as you. Not everybody has the time, the money, the resources. And by resources, I mean reach, friends, discords with other pro level players to test matchups. Not everybody has this kind of time. Some people are just like, hey, I'm happy to be in this regional. I'm going to play whatever deck that I like playing. Oh, I lost a Katakuri fucking slot machine deck. I hate playing against this thing.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, man. I think a lot of people at the higher level, at higher skill levels of card games, need to understand that their level is not the only level.
Yeah.
Because there's our level, which is like around the middle. There's bad. There's really bad. There's like people way below us who are really fucking bad at the game.
Are there? I feel like I'm really bad.
And you might be. I don't know. I
don't win a lot, is what I'm saying.
The card games we see the most are like the high skill level games, because those are the ones they want to showcase to us on stream. To get you to watch and get you to play, because you're like, oh, I want to watch, I want to play. Oh, I've seen this play this way. I want to play this.
Yeah. What sucks is like I watch primarily YouTube, right? So I don't see a lot of live play. I think the only person I see live play from is Spike, Aspiring Spike, right? So, and he just has so much format knowledge, and the decks he play are so convoluted at times, requiring extra format knowledge that I just don't have. That I feel like it gets lost on me, right?
Right.
But you're right. Like we are seeing on YouTube and stuff, just the best of the best games.
Yeah, which is like I kind of shit on Mengu a little bit by being like, hey, your opinion about how Magic the Gathering works is wrong. It kind of is, but like I give it to Mengu. He posts videos where he eats shit. He goes like 1-4 or like 2-3.
Yeah.
There was even a scam video where he played 2 rounds of scam. He's like, I hate this. I went 0-2 and I hate this. I'm done playing this deck. So like that part's refreshing, and we need more of that shit. And that's kind of why, like, you know, when we post content, when we post our content and it's like, hey, we went 2-3, hey, we went 3-2. It's kind of like, hey, there's not only the highs, like, not everyone's just
Right.
only doing well, and you're sucking.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think I just got out of the posting because it's just like, I don't know, like about the time that time when we stopped was like my house was getting bad with construction stuff, and I just needed extra time for stuff. And at the same time, it's just like modern's getting stale for me,
It really was.
and even standard, like I just did Boros Convoke day in day out, and it wasn't what I have seen now, like 3 or 4 videos all in a row all of a sudden on YouTube of meaningful, intentful practice, right? Like it was just me playing the decks
Yep.
and not trying to have agency in how I'm playing them.
Yeah. Which is what I would do after when I'm editing videos. I'd like watch along and be like, why the fuck am I making this play? What is wrong with me? Like you
Yeah,
see that
that's
with
the thing.
the
So
One Piece content that I put up when I have to voice over all the paper games because like there's licensed music playing in the background and I don't want that on YouTube. So I overdub everything and I'm like, why am I making this play? This play makes no sense. What am I doing? Like what?
yeah,
What?
see, I when I do my edits, I look at the beginning, I cut dead space at sideboarding, and I go to end.
Yeah, no, I
Like
will sit
I
there
don't
for like
I
2 hours and do the whole thing and watch the whole thing and be like, what the fuck am I thinking? What?
yeah
No wonder I lose all the time. And believe me, it did help. Like when I played in Chicago, like I kind of took like a
yeah
lot of introspective play and just went, huh. So this is what like good actual thinking can do. And then of course I punt it all away. But you know, for
okay,
like
but
3 rounds, I'm playing like really, 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 really well. And
yeah,
you
you're
know, I
playing like
just need
really
more
high level.
reps.
Yeah, exactly. And like that's what I want to get into is I want to get more of that like very meaningful practice. Um I don't know how to do that specifically yet. So it's like
It's a skill.
I'm going to learn eventually, maybe if I'm not in Florida.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah,
uh
that's going on in One Piece. Stop cheating. Stop crying about webcam events, and stop.
everybody stop.
Just shut the fuck up about leaders and
Yeah.
why they're doing well, and also don't be a sore winner.
Yeah. I did get a little bit salty the other at the pre-release during like and I got like verbally upset, and it wasn't even like at my opponent, it was just like at my deck, and I did apologize to my opponent. I'm like, I am really sorry. I know that can take away from the win, and I want to let you know you're playing well. I'm just upset with how I built the deck and with how I kept hands that maybe I shouldn't have kept.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, one last piece, Dan, for today. We have some MTGO news. They have brought to the table EDH leagues.
They sure have, which is cool.
That is neat. So I've seen a lot of people online referring to them as CEDH, just to say MTGO is calling them EDH.
Right.
I believe they're just 3-round leagues, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Because like a
Um,
commander game can generally take longer than a regular like PvP game.
are they the actual 4 people games?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
No, it's not. They didn't do brawl.
No, I wasn't sure if they reduced it down to 3 because I saw
Oh,
like a screenshot of somebody who had like 3 players on their game. I
maybe
didn't
it
know if
was
like
somebody already got eliminated or something like that.
yeah, that was my thought. Like somebody got messed up and left early, and it just made the game board look funny.
Huh.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know. I haven't looked at it. I've seen tweets about it, And I think the reason why it's the CEDH lobbies is that you have the grinders who are doing the CEDHing. And if a lot of the vintage cards are just cheap on Magic Online because they're vintage cards,
right?
then just play like fucking Power 9 or like whatever cards aren't banned in Commander, just play those. Play your CEH decks where you have like all 10 fetch lands and 4 duels and Prismatic Vista and Ancient Tomb and all that shit.
Yeah, like it's awesome, and it does make card availability problems go away and proxy things go away, and it is listed on MTGO as competitive Commander multiplayer league.
As opposed to casual, which I think is
they have friendly, they have Commander open, they have Brawl open, and Freeform Commander.
Okay, so like, here's the question: are we going to get Commander challenges?
That will be. I think we probably will. I think eventually we're going to get that.
I would love. I'll say that. That's something that actually might get me interested in CEDH is seeing Commander challenges.
I agree. The problem you will see with that, though, is then everybody will shift to meta decks. Like there will become a weird meta at the top, which will probably be unbearable.
Oh, well, speaking of CEDH, apparently the secret lair that I bought with the art style that you hate, that
one.
The legendary in that is apparently CEDH level. I don't know like where on the scale, but to piss people off, Dan's making a CEDH deck out of that deck.
Hey, I have a CEDH deck kinda too.
Kinda. You're missing a few things, but like you have a CEDH level combo.
I have a CEDH level uninterruptible combo, assuming I get the Veil of Summer.
Yeah.
Which
because you could
easy.
you can get like Dark Ritual, like you can like because Old Stick Fingers is like 3 mana.
It's X X green black.
Oh my god!
And I have to cast it for 5.
Yeah, which you can do with like Ancient Tomb, Lotus Petal.
Yeah, it's cast, which are all cards I physically own now. I did not own them previously.
Now you just need Bayou.
I also, sure, I guess it's not that important.
No,
to the thing. But yeah, and like if I wanted to add 1 additional mana to cost it or to make Stick Fingers be 6 cost to be able to do the combo, I could then also put in what is it? Witherbloom Apprentice.
Yeah.
So the combo itself is Professor Onyx and Chain of Smog, because the Magecraft ability is.
Yes, I'm aware of this. This combo's in my Carthelion deck.
Yes, you are aware. That the people listening might not.
Oh yes. I apologize. I forget that it's not just us talking.
It's not just us talking. Comment down below if you've heard this combo before. But there's Professor Onyx, which has like Magecraft. Each player loses 2 life, you gain 2 life or something
like that.
Yeah, something like that. And then Smog, Chain of Smog, you can just infinitely target yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The deck runs the Asmodeus something, which is like pay 3 black, draw 7 cards. It's full text though. It says whenever you draw a card, exile it, and then you sacrifice Asmodeus, and then you get to get all the cards in the hand. But since that is in the graveyard, and you have oh god, what's the stupid
it's an ooze,
necrotic ooze, that's it. Since necrotic ooze is there, and you have like a Scourge Familiar, which allows you to discard the card to make a black mana, you just pop off King, and you're able to just draw your entire deck in a single turn. And then you have free mana.
Yeah.
you have free mana with things like Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, stuff like that. So
what's the card that there's a card that lets you search your opponent's library for any card from them, like any card in their library, and then play it. You can it's a CEDH staple. It's in black for sure. Prayer's Grasp. That's it.
okay.
You tutor up something from your opponent's graveyard or from your opponent's library, and you can play it, or you just play it using Praetor's Grasp. But you could just draw your entire deck with Dick Dingers and the Asmodeus combo, and then just be like, all right, Praetor's Grasp, Thassa's Oracle. Just find the blue player and be like, grab their Thassa's Oracle.
If you know they're running Thassa's,
yep,
that's funny.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think you should. I think you should put that in there. I think that should be that should be a card in your library.
That sounds like a good idea. Pray. Yeah, because you know somebody at the table's going to have it.
I mean, at worst, you just grab like something else.
But if it's how you're saying it is, I think you have to. It's for 3 mana.
Yep.
What?
It's stupid cheap. What does the exact text say on that?
Yeah, search target opponent's library for a card and exile it face down. Then that player shuffles. You may look at and play that card for as long as it remains exiled. So, problem though. I would need a way to make blue. I have 1 Lotus Petal in the deck.
That's a bridge we can come to if we get to that point, but
it's funny. It's funny nonetheless.
Yeah, because I would see it in I was actually going to run it in Prosper Tomebound, because treasures, so you can basically cast whatever the fuck you want. But also we would only play over webcam, and it's not fun taking people's stuff over webcam. Like there's just a whole fucking mess to worry about. So like I just stopped. I just took that entire thing out. But like that was a thing you could do where you could Prosper ad nause and then get Praetor's Grasp, get someone else's Thassa's Oracle, and play their Thassa's Oracle.
Yeah. So the reason why I like Stick Fingers is because a mistake a lot of people will do, because the card says on cast, search for X creature cards where X is the casting cost. It's on cast.
Yeah.
So who cares if they counter it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So like a lot of mistakes that people will make, they'll just counter the commander, and then I'm like, I don't care.
Cool. It's a 4-mana commander now.
This has nothing to do with what I'm trying to do, because like, and then you just run reanimates and stuff to bring back the Necrotic Ooze, and then that's how you win. That's how you win, is with Necrotic Ooze.
This is how I win.
Yeah. But after tomorrow, I might try to play it in a commander league, because the season ends today.
Yeah, that's the big thing currently too. I was gonna do I was gonna like do a video, and then it was like, oh, leagues end soon, and it's like, well, I'm not gonna do this then because leagues are ending soon.
Yeah, I have 3 Pioneer games to play before the end of 19 hours.
Yep.
Yeah. But that, I believe, brings us to the end. Sounds like you were kind of hyped for CEDH, apparently.
Yeah, I'll play fucking CEDH. I think CEDH actually seems like fun versus Commander, where it's just playing against randoms, and you're just like, no one knows the power level of anyone's deck, and you're just like, this sucks.
Yeah, I think the reason why I don't like Commander casual is because it's I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah.
When everything, like, when I'm playing 60 card formats, though, it's just understood you're playing to win.
Right. And that's why the little c in CEDH is very important, because it's competitive. So everyone understands the point is like, we are competing to win. This isn't like, let's all have a fun, good time for 3 hours. This is,
let's have a random band list nobody knows about if they're not from the store.
Let's do that. Like that's kind of the draw of CEDH to me, is like, we're all in a stand here trying to win. No king making,
Right.
trying to, well, you can king make, but like trying to win. Lie about the cards in your hand.
Lie if you can win next turn. Yeah, like, people are dumb. Anyways, that's it. That's the end of the game. That's the end of the show. Things are fun.
Yep.
Dan, with that being said, though, on YouTube, please comment, like, subscribe, just interact with the video in some way so we understand if we're doing good or not. On the podcast side, comment on the podcatcher thing. I guess give us rating. That's it.
Ratings, yep.
Rate us. Give us a rating on your favorite podcatcher. Tell us we're dookie, or tell us we're great. Just let us know.
Let us know.
We just want to know. With that, though, keep calm and spike on.